In the ancient, serene village that lay across the arid lands of India, lived a woman named Tania. She was a figure of immense trust and respect amongst the villagers. Her life was dedicated to the people around her, with an especially deep friendship with one particular friend. However, one fateful day, this friend whom she trusted deeply betrayed her by revealing her most cherished secret to the rest of the village. Tanya was left shattered, feeling an immense sense of loss and emptiness, realizing that the bond of friendship she held in her heart had crumbled in an instant. Tearfully, she speculated whether she would ever be able to trust anyone again. Disappointment and futility lingered in her heart, and from that day on, Tanya chose to live a life of solitude, closing herself off from others, deeming reliance on others futile. Nevertheless, a lingering doubt filled her mind, a question that wouldn't let go. Why do people betray, and why does such betrayal wound so deeply? Then, one day, as a monk named Buddha was traveling through the village, Tanya silently observed him from a distance. Content to remain in the shadows as the villagers asked many questions of Buddha, the wise monk, noting Tanya's quiet presence, gently reached out to her. Tanya, why do you wear such a visage of sadness? Startled but compelled, Tanya began sharing her doubts and pains of betrayal. With tears, she said she believed trusting others was futile. Buddha listened intently, nodding quietly. Indeed, in this world, there are those who betray trust. Yet maintaining certain essential promises is crucial for peace of mind, he told her. Tanya gazed at Buddha in astonishment. What kind of promises are these? She hungered to know more. Buddha smiled warmly and spoke of the threefold teaching, the fundamental promises to uphold sincerity. His words moved something deep within Tanya, compelling her to step toward the arduous path of learning to trust again, with Buddha's teachings illuminating her newfound journey. The next day, as dawn broke, Tanya joined a gathering of villagers, eager to hear Buddha's teachings. Buddha, in his soothing voice, began, explaining the necessity of regulating three actions, those that are physical, verbal, and mental, to attain inner tranquility. Tanya's interest peaked further as Buddha elaborated. Firstly, rectitude in deed, keeping actions sincere and clean, inspires trust in others. Secondly, honesty in words, avoiding lies and words that cause harm. Lastly, purity in thought, nurturing one's innermost emotions and thoughts. For a while, Tanya deliberated on Buddha's teachings before voicing a question hesitantly. Will these principles protect me from being betrayed? Buddha smiled kindly, understanding her fears. Tanya, it is impossible to control others' actions entirely. But if you maintain integrity, that sincerity will resonate with others and bring serenity to your own soul. Even if you are betrayed, in time, pain diminishes if you remain true to your principles. This sentiment puzzled Tanya. Would sincerity alone suffice when others might not reciprocate alike? Yet, Buddha reassured her, first and foremost, nurture sincerity within yourself. Regulate the three behaviors, shaping internal peace, and relationships will transform. Tanya resolved to embark on the journey of upholding the threefold teaching, pledging to maintain a sincere heart. Settling by the riverside, Tanya realized her heart was still harboring anger, resentment from the betrayal. Despite her resolve to commit to purity of heart, doubts lingered. Buddha approached her gently, saying that purification of the heart isn't a one-time ordeal, but rather sustained through daily reflection, allowing emotions like anger and desire to emerge. Pass without judgment. While sharing her inner turmoil with Buddha, Tanya confided how emotions often surface beyond her control. I wish to forgive my friend, yet it feels impossible, she admitted. Buddha listened empathetically, explaining that mental purity initiates the cleansing process. Though forgiveness isn't simple, Struggling through these emotions also imparts vital lessons, instructing her to forgive herself and gradually release her grievances. Inspired by these insights, Tania commenced a daily practice of reciting mindful chants, wishing for her heart to purify past ignorance and deeds. Observing her dedication, Buddha remarked on the persistence needed to strip the dust from the heart, akin to removing accumulated debris, fostering a mind as clear as a tranquil river over time. One morning, during her chanting, a village elder joined Tania by the river, shared his regrets of past misdeeds, unable to forgive himself, stirring reflections within Tania on Buddha's teachings of forgiveness. She softly relayed Buddha's teaching on the need for self-pardon and mindfully reciting meditative words, recognizing that it might not erase all sins, but can cleanse the heart to take new steps. The presence of an elder accepting her guidance nurtured a sense of purpose within Tania, her actions influencing others, bringing relief to someone else's pain. A community weathered a fierce storm flooding their fields, and blaming one another ensued. Yet, influenced by Tania's serenity, the elder calmed the villagers, reminding them unity and harmony with nature were necessary. Tania encouraged them with Buddha's wisdom, advocating beauty and shared support. Such experiences cemented the realization that Buddha's philosophy spanned more than self-cleansing. It shared peace and harmony with others. As appreciation of this deepened, Tania guided the villagers with sincerity and resolve, leading as an exemplary figure, her actions sowing seeds of trust and rejuvenation throughout. The village restoration saw life return to normalcy, during which an unexpected figure appeared, her friend Carla, carrying remorse and seeking Tania's forgiveness. Old wounds flared at Carla's presence, but Tania remembered her resolve, steadying herself with the teachings of the Threefold Path. That night, Tania poured her conflict to Buddha, who encouraged her to release past pains with forgiving as liberation not only for Carla but for herself. The following sunrise witnessed Tania offering forgiveness to Carla, not without difficulty, admitting her journey of reconciling with the betrayal. Carla tearfully thanked her, promising to adhere to Tania's path of righteousness. Letting go felt like weights lifting from Tania's heart, filling it with warmth, the elusive peace she long sought. Buddha's teachings were no longer concepts but lived truths, revealed through experience. Grateful deeply, she thanked Buddha, confident she finally embraced true forgiveness, liberating herself intrinsically. Buddha, affirming her journey, acknowledged this pathway shielded from pain, extending to others' serenity. Awaiting Buddha's departure, villagers expressed gratitude. Tania, reflecting on her experience, inquired about the essence of a wise person. Buddha reaffirmed wisdom as honesty unto oneself, integrating threefold conduct, imparting peace externally. This profound guidance shifted Tania's perception inward where former loneliness and rage once dwelled. Serenity and trust supplanted these. Thus, Tania vowed to uphold these teachings alongside her community's growth. Buddha's departure marked not an end, but fresh beginnings and deep personal enrichment for Tania and her community. Through Tania's perseverance in Buddha's teachings, the Threefold Path fortified self-integrity, extending beyond personal accomplishment to collective upliftment. Her journey underscores that embracing inner peace and trust cultivates a broader circle of enduring connections and virtuous growth.